Hey friends, I'm going to attempt to do this video. I'm going to give you just a little bit of an update from what I have. Obviously mom's still in the hospital. She's going to be there for quite some time. So yesterday she had surgery to basically reposition all the internal organs that had shifted up into her chest cavity, and they confirmed with me today when cardiothoracic surgery called to give me an update, because they didn't finish until very late last night. A 2-hour surgery turned into more like, I think it was close to 4 hours. Sorry, I just finished dinner. And, yeah, late dinner. Pizza sounded good, but I wasn't going to spend money. So I made biscuit pizzas using up ingredients that were in my fridge. Anyways, so back to the surgery thing. They, when they got in there, they told me that they basically had to spend an hour plus removing scar tissue in the abdomen. So that was, you know, there was that. So there was a lot of scar tissue from her previous abdominal surgeries. And so they did that, and then they took everything that was up in the chest cavity and moved it back down below the diaphragm where it's supposed to be. Excuse me. And she did confirm what the CT scan showed, that her heart was in fact lodged up in her chest cavity, along with her intestines, which were twisted. So as you know, she's been NPO, which is no food or drink through the mouth. And she's been that since Friday night when she got taken to the emergency room. And her stomach is still draining. Yuck. And I don't know what it's draining, but it does not look good. So she's the nurse practitioner for cardiothoracic told me that they also attached like I think it was the top of her stomach to the bottom of the esophagus to help alleviate the acid reflux. That's one thing I guess, okay, if that's how it's supposed to be, okay, I guess. And then when the nurse practitioner went in to talk to her this morning and check her and see how she's doing, their exact terms were, mom's stomach still hasn't woken up. There's still no activity in the stomach. As you know, your stomach's an organ that's constantly moving. It's constantly doing something. It's constantly working for your body, right? So they have to keep the NG tube in because, like I said, her stomach's not working. And what else did they say? There was just so much today. So much. They're just watching her. She cannot communicate with you or that she's in pain. She will not communicate it at all. She'll just tell you, yep, I'm fine, when she's not. I mean, who wouldn't be in pain after having all of that done to your insides? So they gave her some pain meds. She was sleeping restlessly. She was supposed to be laying flat. She kept sitting up, and she'd fall asleep sitting up. She'd go lay down. She'd like go down on her knees. Like, you're holding yourself up on your knees, right? I mean, not your knees, your elbows. You can laugh at me or laugh with me. That's fine. These are your elbows, not your knees. I'm telling you, beyond mentally exhausted, if that's even possible. So back to that, she would keep going, like it would repeat. She would sit up and then she'd rest on her elbows and then she'd lay down and then start the process all over again. Well, because of doing that, then it made her heart rhythm go all wacky, which made the heart monitor go all wacky. And so there was that. And then at one point, they had just restarted her IV because they didn't want to do it when they gave her the pain meds. They wanted the pain meds to set in. And then she went to go adjust herself and she took the crease of her arm and just like this. So because she's got a PICC line and everything's going through the PICC line, she pinched the PICC line, causing the machine to go all wonky. This poor nurse, bless her heart, she was a sweetheart. So I noticed Mom's breathing's kind of different since the surgery. And, you know, it could just be because being intubated and, you know, all that. And then I got up there later today because, well, just life. I had to be here for the bug guy. And they told me for next time, if, you know, when they come and there's an emergency, they can do the exterior and then come back and do my interior. So they said they are very flexible on that. Good to know. And good to know that my daughter, if she's here, or my son-in-law, can sign for me. So anyways, I went up there about 4 o'clock to the hospital. And this was after like all my phone calls today. Again, my poor phone does not know what to do with itself because I've used it so much in the last almost week. More than I normally would use my phone, okay? But anyways, so I get up to the hospital, and like I said, the nurse, the RN was in there with Mom because, well, monitors kept going off because she wasn't sleeping the way she was supposed to be. And why they didn't put her in ICU is beyond me. I don't know. I don't know, so please, in the comments, don't ask me that because I don't know. That was supposed to be the plan, and then I got alerted saying that she's back in her room. Because the nurse called me at 10:45 last night. The OR nurse called me and said they put her back in her regular room, which was I was baffled, but they've got their reasoning. So anyways, while the RN was in there today, then behavioral health came in. Now, as you know, we've been fighting to get her long-term care. And for those of you who are new to my channel, and this is the first, maybe this is only the first or second video you're watching of mine, it has been confirmed today that we are definitely dealing with dementia, and we've been trying to get my mom long-term care. As many of you know, it has been an ongoing battle since January. And so I have a case manager that's working with us. I have a behavioral health doctor working with us, as well as a neurologist right now through the hospital. So the behavioral health guy came in and he talked to me first. Of course, we talked, you know, in the hall away from Mom, so Mom could rest as, well, comfortably as she thought. And we talked, and then we went in the room, and he said hi to her, but he used my name instead of her name to see how she would react. And as soon as he said, "Hi, Jackie," she's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Didn't even register with her that he was calling her my name. And he asked her a series of questions and different things and whatnot. And then he is going to come, we're going to meet back in Mom's room tomorrow morning, early morning. Pray for me, early morning. And he's going to do a full cognitive assessment on her. And then not too long after he left, the neurologist came in and did an assessment on her. And then we talked privately again in the hallway. And he said, you know, he was telling me about dementia. You do know that this is a progressive disease and there's no cure, but there is medication to help. I'm like, yes, I know all of that. I know all of it because I took it upon myself. Well, I mean, I've already known a good amount about dementia, but I started doing some research on it the other night, and I had to shut my computer because it was just overwhelming for me. It was too overwhelming. So anyways, so that is where we are. So the neurologist fully assessed her, and he said that we're going to have to get case management to really fight to get her the long-term care because she still has some of her memory, but we have a lot of behavioral issues, all the way down to opening my garage door to look for me if I run to the store. So that's a real big concern that she's just going to up and walk out the front door because that's what dementia patients do. They just open that door and they wander off. And as you know, I live off of a busy, busy road. It's the main road up into the mountains. I live in the foothills of the mountains. It's really scary. The NP for cardiothoracic said definitely they cannot release her back to the house, that we are going to get a plan to get her into some kind of facility to get her the treatment that she needs, that I cannot give her. So that's where we are. I'll keep you guys as updated as I can, but that's what I have as of right now. The nurse practitioner did tell me she's going to be in the hospital till well into next week. So not to worry when I go to California on Sunday, because as many of you know, I am bound by the state of California with the homeschool that I have to be there for this final meeting, and my son's graduating at the end of this month. So there's all that. But anyways, I have a big box under me. I want to show you some yarn really quick. This is the box. That is the box. These are Herrschners mill ends. I really, 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 really wanted to get in on the mill ends before they were gone, and as it was, I already had lost out on the sparkly ones, which that's fine, whatever, it's okay. My invoice. So everything you're about to see with tax, shipping was free. I paid 99 bucks for everything. Had a little fun yarn shopping. So I saw these on another channel. And I thought they were beautiful. So this is a 2-pound wool blend assortment, 80% acrylic and 20% wool. There is 10 balls of yarn in this. It says hand wash, warm, dry, flat. Crochet is recommending a G6 hook. Knitting needle is a US size 6 needle, and these are a light 3. So there are these. I am not going to take these out of the bag because they are nice and sealed, and this will make it easier for storing. So it looks like there's 5 of the one color and 5 of the other color here. So those are really pretty. So there's those. And then, oh, don't tell me I got stuck with all gold. Nope. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, so I did get some metallic threads as well, because these are good for not just crocheting, but for other projects. So I bought 2 of them. They are a 1 superfine, 60% metallic polyester and 40% polyamide. There's 4 balls per package. Hand wash, warm, dry, flat, a C2 for crochet hook, and a US size 2 knitting needle. And this is what they are. So I'm happy. I got gold and silver. Now, I do have some threads from last year's mill ends that I could mix these in with, and they would look really pretty. So there's those. And then this is also a wool blend 6-pack assortment, 80% acrylic and 20% wool. 6 balls, like I said, hand wash, cold, dry, flat. E4 hook and a US size 4 knitting needle, and these are a 2 fine sport weight. So there's those. I really like this color in the middle. That is a nice, beautiful fall color. So there is those. And then this is a DK wool blend assortment. 75% acrylic, 25% wool. There's 2 balls in this. Light 3. Oh, you know what? I'm not telling you the yardage. Okay, I'll tell you on this one, and then I'll go back and look at those ones real quick. So the yardage on these is 645 yards per ball. And for crochet, it's recommending an H8 hook and a size 7 knitting needle. So there's those. I like this black one up here. This black and blue one. That's really pretty. All right, so there's those. And this next one is a... Oh, this has got glitter in it. It's got glitter. Okay, that makes me happy. Self-striping cake assortment, 53% cotton, 4% metallic polyester, and 43% pack acrylic. These are approximately 984 yards per cake. It's machine wash dry flat, light 3, G6 hook, and US size 4 needles. I wanted these because one of these can make a really nice shawl. But look at that. These are glitter. Do you see the glitter in there? I did not order a glitter because it said the glitter was sold out. There is glitter in there. Look at that. All right, so there's that one. And then the last one, is this the same? No, it's a little bit different. It's the same specs because it's the same thing. It's the self-striping cake assortment. But this one has a pinkish red and black instead of the... So see, here's the difference between the two. Okay. So there is those. And this one also has sparkles in it. That makes me really, really happy. Okay, so really quick, just let me give you the specs. So for this one, for this pack here, they are 546 yards per ball, and there's 6 balls in this. Okay. And then the metallic threads are 175 yards per ball, and I have a total of 8 of those. And then for this wool assortment, they are 273 yards per ball, and I have 10 balls. And I think those could be mixed together. So that is my Herrschners haul. I'm very happy with it. Now, as you know, with Millens, you never know what colors you're going to get. So you're taking a little bit of a risk. But this is my second time ordering the Millens, and I'm very happy with them. Last year, I only bought I think last year I only bought two different kinds. But this year I went all out. So anyways, real quickly before I end this video, I just want to thank each and every one of you for understanding that I'm taking things a little bit slower these days. My days are spent either here at home trying to get things done, or I'm at the hospital, or I'm on the phone with this person and that person and the other person, you know. I appreciate all your prayers. Keep them coming because we have a long road ahead of us. I've had a couple of you give me Bible verses. I know a couple of you can relate to what I'm going through. Being a caregiver who's also a person's daughter, and watching somebody deal with such a horrible progressive disease such as dementia, It's not easy. I look like I'm holding it together right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, inside, I'm like waging a war with myself. I've been extremely anxious the last couple of days. Like, I cannot sit still. No matter what I try to do, I can't sit still. I started on a diamond painting last night. Well, I mean, I didn't start. I've been working on it, but I couldn't even focus on that. I started making some master boards last night for Twinchy Tuesday next week. So I appreciate each and every one of you so much for sticking with me through this, because this is, like I said, this is going to be a long road. And I know I have new subscribers, like I said. If you really want to know what's going on with my mom, go back and watch my video from Sunday, how Mother's Day will never be the same. And that'll kind of explain some stuff. I will warn you, I'm an emotional mess in that video, but it's life, it's real, it's raw. That's just who I am. And that's just what I'm going through right now. So, yeah, like I said, just keep those prayers coming, please. But I will update you guys as I can. I have a video for Thursday. It's a Deck of the Year video. And then Friday, I might just have my diamond painting video, but I'm taking it 1 minute at a time right now. So I'm gonna go. My husband's supposed to be driving in sometime late tonight, so I need to get this yarn put away and get it out of his walkway, because it's in the walkway right now. And then I need to find something to do with myself. Maybe I'll go clean my kitchen or something. So that's the other thing, it's just like everything has been put on the back burner right now, and I get to it when I can get to it. So, yeah. All right, friends. I'm sending love, hugs, and prayers out to you all. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I have a Deck of the Year video that I've already pre-recorded, because I have 2 bits of Happy Mail that I need to get out. I'm hoping to get them in the post office tomorrow. So for Cassie, and then for Clever Duck Creations, she's doing a challenge. So those will go out in the mail hopefully tomorrow on my way home from the hospital. So anyways, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, okay? All right, I will see you soon.